So on yesterday's session we have seen about the OctaID agent installation. And also we have seen about the prerequisites, like what are all the prerequisites that is needed. And how to install the AD agents in specific AD servers, and what are all the things that we need to prepare before installing any of the AD agents and how the configuration. We have started with the configuration, like how you can define the import for Okta. So those things that we have started but we haven't completed it. So we have seen until this yesterday, if you remember. We have seen until the configuration. Once configuration has been done, we are going to directory integrations. Under directory integrations, we are selecting the directory that we have installed and we have configured, and there we are doing small changes, like when the schedule import should happen, whether the JIT provisioning needs to be enabled. So those things. Let's start from there again. So here when exact match found. So what they are saying is, let's say, for example, you have created an account in Okta first. Let's say, in your organization you have an email ID with, let's say, for example, your organization.com. That's how your email ID was created. But for temporary use, what you did is your account was there in the Active Directory, but for temporary use, you have created a local account in Okta and you have made the email ID that has been generated in the Active Directory. So now what happens is whenever the import next running, whenever we are scheduling an import, your account is already there in Okta but you don't want to create another account or you don't want to import another account from Active Directory to Okta. Then if that happens, there will be two accounts will be there, duplicate accounts will be there. Active Directory account will be an account that will be created in Okta and again your existing account will be there in Okta. So two accounts. But the email ID matches for both the accounts. So it's a duplicate one, obviously. So to avoid that, what we will do is we can mention like this, when exact match found. Whenever the import is happening, from AD to Okta, whenever the exact match found automatically, that account will be merged. Both the accounts will be merged, so your Okta account will be converted to AD account automatically. Okay, so that's what here it is saying, like when exact match found, we are mentioning like auto-confirm match. There is another option where, manually confirm match and auto-confirm match. Manually confirm match means what you have to do is your account will not be imported until and unless some of the admin go and confirm your account, saying that both the accounts are unique one. Both the accounts are same, so we are going to merge it like that. Admin have to go and manually approve it. Okay, manually confirm it. If you select auto confirm, match automatically. Okta will analyze that and it will merge it to a single account. Likewise. Okay, so that is what it says. And here you can see whenever the import is happening. So based on which attribute you can merge the user. So that's what here it is mentioned. The Okta username format matches to an existing Okta user, which means your account that has been created already in Okta should be matched with the accounts that we are importing via this import, this AD import. Okay, that we are matching. And the second thing you can select, either the email address matches for existing Okta user. That you can select, And the third one is their Okta username format or email address matches the existing user, anyone that you are saying OK. And the final one is, you can match with the help of first name and last name. That is not suggested way because a few countries like there will be a repetitive first name, last name will be there, for sure. Even in India, right, for North Indians, like most of the people, will have some common name, like Gupta, so like that. So like there will be a common name will be used right mostly, so we will avoid that. Mostly we will go with the email address match, because email address will be a unique one always for all the organization. Each and every user will be having different email. Let's say, for example, so based on the email ID, we can, match or merge the users. Okay. That you can define. So that completely depends on your organization. What you want to do, you can do, but there are the options for it, okay. Let's say when partial match found. There is an option called when partial match found, which means, let's say, for example, your email ID matches okay. But still, Okta thinks that that account is not a unique one. Okay. Now. Or let's say, for example, you have selected their first name and last name matches. Okay. That's what the option that you are selecting. Okay. If you mention that first name and last name matches, you are going to merge it. That time Okta will stop that. Okay. Because Okta will think that it may be an duplicate. I mean it may be an unique user. Likewise, Okta will start thinking and it will stop that and it will block it. Okay, partial match found. So that's why we will always prefer to go with the email address. If you select email address as a merging mechanism, then these options will not be used for sure. Okay, likewise we can decide it accordingly. Okay, so here there is an option called Universal Security Group Support Right. So your universal group support is nothing but a group that is available in Active Directory. So whenever we are creating an Active Directory group, so two type of group will be there. Like if you go and create an Active Directory group, the first group will be a global group and another group type will be, there is another group. I just don't remember. It's been 3 or 4 years that I worked in Active Directory. So two types of groups are there. One group will be globally available, which means whenever you are creating that group in any domain, that group can be accessed from all the remaining domains connected with that parent domain. Okay, let's say, for example, Cognizant is the parent domain. Okay. Under that, Asia Pac is a domain. Asia Pac is a subdomain. Americas is a subdomain. EMEA is a subdomain. 3 subdomains are there, okay. Now let's say, for example, I'm creating a group in Americas domain. Okay, I want all the users, all the remaining users, like EMEA domain users, Asia Pac domain users to be added to that group that I have created in the Americas domain. Okay. If you want to add like that, you need to go with the universal group, okay. In Active Directory, there is a term called universal group. Okay, or global group, something they will say, okay. But let's say, for example, there is a group that you are creating in that Americas domain. and you want only America's users, domain managed users, to be added to that group. Okay, that group. They will call it a subdomain, I don't local group, or something like that. They will say, okay, in Active Directory. I don't remember the exact word, but they will say something like that. So that we can enable here OK. That you can mention, like which type of group support that we need to be imported in Okta, whether we need support for that universal group, which can be accessed, which can be added to the remaining all the domain users available inside the organization, or you want specifically for that particular domain-based group membership. OK. That you can mention here that based on our organization's requirement, that is fine.